Assembled guests, if you're able, please stand. The Right Honourable Sir Anand Sachinand and Lady Susan Sachinand.
Ko te amorangi ki mua ko te hāpai o ki muri. Kia tau i hōna mana ki tanga ki runga ki tēnā tāta. He hōnore, he gloria, he mau ngārongo ki runga ki te mato te whenua, he whakaara pai ki ngā tangata katoa. Aro haina ngā taina, me ngā tuakana, e noho nei ki runga ki whakaara kotahi, pai pai.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I invite you to be seated. Tēnā koutou katoa o te ata. Ko Anand Satyanand aho. Good morning, everyone. I am Anand Satyanand. The Governor-General of New Zealand, the Right Honourable Dame Cindy Kiro, is overseas on her way to a certain coronation. And on her behalf, and with her legal approval, I welcome you to Government House, Auckland this morning for the purpose of a special investiture ceremony. I greet you, Joe Harawira, ko mātua to the Governor-General, e rangatira ki Ngāti Awa e Joe, tēnā koe. I greet you, Puhi Wahine Tibble, our kuia, e whaia puri wahine tēnā koe. I was Governor-General of New Zealand some 11 years ago, and one of the most important duties I performed during that time was the hosting of investiture ceremonies on behalf of the late Queen of New Zealand. I'm therefore privileged to have been asked to come off the bench, as it were, and to Government House to do this once again, this time on behalf of His Majesty King Charles III, for the investiture including the first royal honours that he has approved as our King. I've been tuitioned in order to make sure that I do everything that is expected by Alice Ropata, the official secretary, and her staff, and I'm supported by my wife Susan, who is with us this morning and whom all of you will meet a little later in the events that follow. Each of you recipients who will come forward in a few moments' time have brought pride and a greater sense of well-being to Aotearoa New Zealand through your outstanding achievements and your service to our communities. On behalf of all New Zealanders, I extend thanks to each of you for your contributions. I'll now ask the Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Ward Carmore, to summon each recipient and to read their citations. After each recipient is honoured, I invite you all to join me in congratulating them.
Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Mr. Michael Barnett of Papakura for services to business. Michael Barnett is Chief Executive of the Auckland Business Chamber and Director of the 30 New Zealand Chambers of Commerce networks. Through the Auckland Chamber of Commerce, he has supported people new to New Zealand to settle and gain meaningful employment. He works with employers to ensure bias is overcome through the recruitment process. He partnered with the Ministry of Social Development to launch Cadet Max, helping disadvantaged youth gain employment. He established a program in South Auckland to help students gain their driver's licence. He has represented New Zealand and the Asia-Pacific region on the World Council of the International Chambers of Commerce. Mr. Barnett chaired the Equal Employment Opportunities Trust and, during the COVID-19 pandemic, established a mental health support program that helped struggling small businesses. Mr. Michael Barnett, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Ms. Michelle Arcourt of Auckland for services to the entertainment and comedy industries. Michelle Arcourt is a multi-award-winning New Zealand comedian. She established the New Zealand Comedy Guild, still the only industry body globally solely representing comedians. As its inaugural chair, she oversaw the setting of professional rates for New Zealand comedians and the establishment of the New Zealand Comedy Guild Awards. She has been a trailblazer for women in television, print media, and the live stage. She has advocated for access and safety within the comedy community. She has provided practical assistance to many New Zealand comedians. She has a range of television credits and has authored 2 best-selling books. Ms. Arcourt is a patron of the Aunties, ambassador for Breast Cancer Cure, and patron of the Moving and Handling Association of New Zealand, which supports carers in the health sector. Ms. Michelle Arcourt, please come forward. Ms. Hedda White of Raglan for services to Māori and tertiary education. Hedda White was head of School of Māori Studies and then Pauarahi Executive Director, Māori at Waikato Institute of Technology, Wintec. She was a pioneer of senior executive Māori positions in the Institutes of Technology and Polytechnics, ITP, sector. She is a key mentor and rangatira of Te Tira Manukura, an organisation of ITP Māori senior executives. She led the development of a Treaty of Waitangi framework to lead Wintec's strategic direction and oversaw the establishment of the Māori Achievement Unit. She helped establish scholarships for Māori Health students and developing leadership skills for Māori staff. She negotiated a partnership between Waikato Tainui and Wintec to drive a new program to increase Te Reo Māori fluency. Ms. White was a board member of Habitat for Humanity Central Region. Ms. Hera White, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Dr. Gina Cole of Auckland for services to literature. Dr. Gina Cole is a lawyer and award-winning author. Her short story collection, Black Ice Matter, was published in 2016. Her work has appeared in numerous anthologies, magazines, and journals. She was a keynote speaker at the 2017 Auckland Writers' Festival and the Same but Different LGBTQI+ Writing Festival. She was the inaugural Pacifica curator at the Auckland Writers' Festival in 2021. She is an honorary fellow in writing at the University of Iowa and has attended residencies at the Iowa Writers Program, the Island Institute in Alaska, Michael King Writers Centre and Varuna Writers House. Dr. Cole published Naviro, a Pacifica futurist science fiction novel in 2022. Dr. Gina Cole, please come forward. Mr. Paul Hodge of Hamilton for services to the hospitality industry. Paul Hodge trained as a chef with the New Zealand Army. He founded Cater Plus, providing catering management solutions to New Zealand businesses, currently employing more than 400 staff. His Cater Plus Foundation assists individuals and organisations with education, training and research in the hospitality industry. Through the foundation, he supports his employees and their families with interest-free loans for personal, education, sporting and cultural purposes. The foundation sponsors and donates annually to a variety of national and international charities and organisations. Mr. Hodge co-founded the annual Waikato Culinary Fair to inspire, celebrate and create opportunities for those training and working within the hospitality industry. Mr. Paul Hodge, please come forward. Dr. Jane Skeen of Auckland for services to children with cancer. Dr. Jane Skeen was one of 11 paediatric oncologists at the Starship Blood and Cancer Centre at Starship Children's Hospital in Auckland. She was a member of the National Child Cancer Network, involved with the working groups regarding palliative care in New Zealand Children's Cancer Registry. She chaired the Pacific Child Cancer Working Group, visiting and researching Pacific countries and contributing to the publication Our Child Has Died, Hear Our Story, which recited the experiences of Pacific families. Dr. Skeen has established relationships with health professionals from neighbouring Pacific countries and has led a team from Starship and the Child Cancer Foundation to Tonga, Samoa and Vanuatu annually. Dr. Jane Skeen, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the Queen's Service Medal, Mrs. Nolene Jeffries of Hamilton for services to equestrian sport and war commemoration. Nolene Jeffries helped drive the establishment of the Waikato Combined Equestrian Centre. She has served in leadership positions of the Waikato Combined Equestrian Centre, Horse Club and New Zealand Riding Clubs and Bridleways. She founded the War Horse Memorial Trust, resulting in the erection of a sculpture in Hamilton's Memorial Park to recognise the 10,000 horses that served in the Great War. She initiated annual War Horse Memorial marches on Anzac Day and Armistice Day. She established the War Horse Learn to Ride school holiday program. Mrs. Jeffries supports the work of the Kaimanawa Heritage Horses organisation. Mrs. Nolene Jeffries, please come forward. Your Excellency, the investiture has concluded.
I add warmest congratulations to each of today's recipients. The New Zealand Honours System is our country's highest public affirmation of outstanding achievement. Our recipients have excelled and contributed in an extraordinary range of disciplines and causes. However, they all reinforce those things that make our society better. Those things include service, mānakitanga, and the pursuit of excellence. To our recipients, it has been a privilege for all of us to listen to your stories. You have each used your talents and abilities to improve the lives of your fellow New Zealanders. In doing so, you embody the sentiments of the whakatauki that goes, ko ngā pai tawhiti whaia ki a tata, ko ngā pai tata whakamua ki a tina. which translates to saying the potential for tomorrow depends on what we do today. I urge all of you recipients to wear your insignia with pride at every suitable opportunity, knowing that you inspire others by your example. On behalf of the King of New Zealand, King Charles III, and all New Zealanders, I congratulate you on your achievements and thank you once again for your service to our country. I'd also like to do something that is particularly obvious to myself looking at you all, and that is to address myself to family and friends who are present this morning. This is your day as well. The recipients could not have achieved all that they have without your support and without your love. All of New Zealand thanks you for that, and I join them in that regard. Kia ora hui hui tātou katoa. You will see, ladies and gentlemen, on the back of your programs, the words to the national anthem in Te Reo Māori and English. Can I now invite you to stand and to join me in singing the national anthem?